Hey guys, Luantha here, aka Lance at 634, and we've got League Rift patch 922. Um, just to speed up the videos a bit, what I've started doing is I'm skimming through these, doing some quick reading on some of the big sections. Just trying to make these videos shorter. I don't think anyone really likes or even makes it through my 30-minute videos, so we're going to try to keep these down about 10 minutes each if we can. Probably be a little over these first couple times, so we'll work on it. But again, I don't really look at PBE changes or potential changes. I just get stuff from Twitter and what I get from my skim here. Let's get on into it. Big things here. We've got the true damage is supposed to drop. I believe it is the 14th. The skins are coming live. The music for it should be coming live before finals on Sunday. Oh no, it's literally right here, November 10th. I'm dumb. All right, so True Damage coming out November 10th. Expect the video to come out beforehand. But as you can see, Yasuo, Kayle, Qiyana, Echo, and Senna are all getting skins with the Prestige on Qiyana. It's kind of a rap group. It's going to be pretty interesting, very different, very unique. It's going to be a good branch, I think, for League. And then, I mean, incorporating a lot of the newer champions, which is cool. End of season. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, end of season. You got to get your rank done if you want to get it done. November 19th. That when the clock strikes midnight West Coast time, it's over. So make sure you guys get your rank done. I'm going to try to make a last bit of push here to Diamond again. But I don't know if I can make it from Plat 3 with how busy I am. Champion-wise, Senna's coming out. If you haven't seen that, Senna is redonkulous, just with some of the stuff we're seeing. Obviously, we haven't seen numbers yet, and a lot of intricacies about her, but just some of the skills they're showing off are pretty ridiculous, especially that ult that covers the whole lane. But if you want to see that, you can see that here. Ashe is getting a nerf to her W to tone down her harass with Comet volley spam. Not too bad. I don't think she's OP really. She's just strong. Blitzcrank Q damage is going down 10 at level 1 and 5 scaling at all ranks. So they're going to keep hitting Blitz because they're trying to compensate for buffing that range. And I don't know when they're going to stop because it's just not fun to play with that larger range. And no one wants to take the time to learn it right now. So preseason hits, I implore you guys to stop banning it and just learn the new range, because that's the final destination solution. They're obviously not going to revert the range on Q. So suck it up. We got to relearn it. It sucks. I don't enjoy it, but that's what I'm going to do. Ivan's getting some bug fixes on his Q. Jumping over that. Caixa getting nerfed. Her Q is going to lose 5% damage. This is actually one of the changes because of how dominant Caixa has been in pro play. I like it. I think it might not be enough, but she's honestly really low win rate in solo queue. It's just pro play, so fingers crossed preseason kind of fixes that. Kallista's getting some buffs. These are pretty big buffs because they're 10% of the target's max health now instead of 5%. It's not really a late game buff, which it still is, but these are really big buffs into playing around a partner, which is really interesting because this would be really strong in pro play. And it's really easily abused in lane. Like, you take W, 10% of your target's max health's gone. What? So, like, I think this is really strong. I think this makes Kalista way better than where she's been at for a while. Kayle's getting some nerfs. This is due to pro play again, losing 10 damage and 5 scaling on her Q. But she's getting a comp. Well, no, she's getting nerfed on her W too. It's 10 more mana cost. So a huge chunk nerf here to Kayle, and unfortunately this really guts her in support role, which is what I've been playing, as a lot of support Kayle, but what can you do? Malphite is losing 0.2 ability power ratio on his R, so his AP Malphite is going to die this patch. It's not super dead like ARAM, it's still kind of good, but it's not going to be like top of the win rate mid and jungle playing full AP Malphite, because there's just no, like, there's counterplay, but you can only flash once every 5 minutes, and he can ult every minute, so good luck. It's a good change. I like it. I wish they did more of this kind of tuning for other ridiculous AP builds. Nautilus is getting a nerf. This is, again, pro play based. He's been dominating Worlds. He loses 50 damage on his R at all ranks. Honestly, they probably need to take some damage off his Q too. But this is a good target to kind of still make him viable jungle, even though no one plays him jungle. It's all support. Pantheon. His Q does reduced damage. The execute threshold is lower of the target's max health, which is good. Shield vault is no longer the speed is no longer increased with boots. So these are some of the changes that are trying to push Pantheon back into a less frustrating mode and a less perma-ban in pro play. I believe he has yet to make it through pick and bans at Worlds. Now, finals this weekend, maybe we see that come through. I'd love to see a team not ban it and say, hey, play it. But it's obviously really, really broken, so it's about time they nerfed it. Sejuani is getting some slight buffs, compensation from how much they took out of her, I believe, last patch. Overall, some very minor changes. It helps her clear a little bit. Her damage on her Q, it scales a little bit better and has an AP ratio now. So, I mean, it's overall a slight buff. Probably nothing more than like a 0.5%, but it's still something. Sylas getting some regen. The regen growth is getting hit for compensation for base regen. He's getting a little more magic regen, and his W is going down in mana cost. Sylas took a really hard nerf in 920, I believe, and then they tried to buff him back in 921, and it wasn't enough. Like, he's been almost non-existent at Worlds this year, and that's after a dominant season. So not surprised here. Ziya getting nerfed on her W. That's actually not that bad. And it's just the bonus attack speed. It's not like the extra damage on the W that it gives. So, I mean, Ziya kind of escaping here, even though she's dominating pro play. Kind of surprised. I feel like this should be a way harder nerf. A bunch of bug fixes. Just a lot of small, weird interactions here. Fizz Q now breaks spell shields. That's terrifying. Yeah, just there's a lot of changes here. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you know, bug fixes, they're always happening. Again, true damage is coming out. You got Yasuo, Kayle, Echo, Qiyana, Senna, and the Prestige for Qiyana, and you got Chromas there for it all. And that's up for 922. So this is it for Season 9, folks. 2 weeks until the end of ranked season. And then we see 923 come out. 923 should be the first patch with the elemental season that it's based off of, with drakes impacting the map. It'll be very, very interesting. There's also some lethality changes that are being mentioned that I've seen some murmurs about between people on Twitter. It looks like there's like another lethality item, and sets are getting changed, and it's a whole just, you know, bag of gifts at that point. So we'll see what 923 gives us. I'm sure it's going to be a very long video because it's going to be one of the bigger patches. We'll see if I do 2 videos on it. But right now, we're going to plan on one, and we're going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is kind of aimed at hitting the things that are OP at Worlds, which doesn't make sense because it's only solo queue now. No Worlds person's going to play on this patch in a competitive game. So, and Urf ends in 5 days. So if you want to, if you're a savant of Urf, go play that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep on doing this. Thanks for watching.